start up, but we're good. We're good now. Good morning, everybody. It is 25 degrees here in Hampstead. Clear skies. Tuesday morning. We got one trip today. One trip. Got to run over to What a Day. Got a van full of donuts. Ready to roll. Did I say it's 25 degrees? I think I did. No, I came in to the van and I didn't forget to try to start my music. And I realized, oh, I didn't turn the Starlink on. So then I turned the Starlink on. I think that might have been why. Because first you have to power. First it has to like power up. It doesn't take that long, but first it has to power up. Then it has to find a satellite. Blah blah blah. So got all that done. Meantime, here we are. Yes, I was up late again last night. So my plan to start sleeping more isn't working out. But I think I took a nap yesterday. I think I did. I don't remember. Anyway, I had fun last night, so. Woo! That really does light it up. Remember, we had a good deer encounter yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. It actually came out pretty good. It wasn't ready for me to. I couldn't export the file last night until really late, so I didn't do it. But I've got it ready today. I'm going to make a short. I think I'll make a short. Shorts get more views. I like the horizontal picture much better. I don't really like shorts so much, but they do get a lot more views. And you know, so if you put a short out there and then somebody clicks on that and then they come over and look at a video later, I think the end result is good, even though it may not be my preference. Also, actually, shorts are better for people with their phones, I think. You know, they can just kind of scroll through them. So, whoops. You can get in trouble watching shorts though, right? You just kind of like scroll through them. Next thing you know, you've lost an hour of your life. Stars today. I don't know if you can see that star or not. Can you see that star straight ahead of us now? everybody doing this morning? Is everybody awake? Oh. not be getting enough sleep. And normally your body would not wake up. I wake up like a minute or two, maybe 5 minutes before my alarm is set. So my body is just naturally in the rhythm, even though you can't push it too much. And I think I but I don't think about it. It's dark out. It's not windy, so that's good. It's actually going to be pretty warm today and sunny. So that's exciting. I might get in my car later and go out. I have to test. I want to test my new microphone. I know, you're tired of hearing that. I really have to do it. But I want to test my microphone. I'll probably play with it at home and then maybe get in the car. Maybe I'll go. Yesterday, I was working on this idea yesterday where, like, I'm going to take a section of my travels and probably, like, one of those country, a couple of these roadways look pretty nice. It's going through the country. It looks pretty. So I want to take a section of the road where, I'm driving through, and it's one version of it will be when it's summertime and everything's green. One will be the fall, when the leaves start changing. And one will be like winter with some snow. So I really didn't start live streaming until October. I don't remember the first day I did it, a few months ago. Either late, I think it was in October. So I didn't really get a summer one. No, I think I started earlier than that. Anyway, I went back and looked at some of my old live streams, and I really don't have material to work with because, maybe I do somewhere in there. I could search a little more. But I found that originally, when I was doing this with just my cell carrier, before I got Starlink, the rural roads out here are, for the most part, they're pretty good. If you're just making phone calls, you're not going to know the difference. But they do struggle with the live stream more than I realized. I didn't realize how many times the screen would pixelate and the audio would drop or get all blotchy. It's happening to me a lot. I'm surprised anybody watched. I don't remember some sympathy for the people that sat through them because they were a little bit of a struggle. So anyway, so I don't really have enough to work with yet, but I am going to do that eventually. I'm going to have a winter one, and then it'll just be maybe a 2-minute video, but it'll progress through the seasons spot of the road. I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe not. It's an idea. But we're going to find out, because I'm going to do it. I think there was a guy that took the van out yesterday afternoon, and I feel like my angle of the camera today is a little bit different than normal. This feels weird. So that was one idea I had. I was working on yesterday. I want to do the deer. I'm going to do the deer video today. And I want to put together a video for the gym. I want to do it'll be a comparison of driving by the gym in early December versus driving by the gym in early January, because it's a noticeable difference. And then maybe I'll do it again in another month. I think that'd be kind of cool. Because I got to put some other stuff out there. I mean, the live streams, I realize it's difficult. This is very early. There are not a lot of people that get up in the United States. I need to expand my international audience. Speaking of international audience, last night we had a really good time. There's a lady in Australia that runs a pretty big farm. I mean, she's got, I don't know what she grew over the summer. I guess it is the summer there now. But I don't know what she grew before they cut it down. It might have been corn or something like that. I don't know if it was corn. But she was working on putting the hay bales. Notice I said bales, not cylinders. Although she didn't do the round ones. She was doing the ones that are just like a box. Rectangular in shape. And it was really cool. She was out in her field. She was live streaming this, and she was out in her field. I'll put a link to her site in my description, because her name is Susan, but the site name is like 3 words, homestead or something. But it was really interesting. She was standing in the field while this guy was like, he had a tractor, and it was creating the hay bales. So it's riding up and down, almost like you're mowing the lawn, but this thing was shooting out hay bales. I think she ended up with 176 hay bales in this field, because it has like an automatic counter. Very cool. But yeah, so she was, and then she showed us some cows, chickens, sheep. I got tired just watching her. I don't know how she does it. She was walking all over this field. Very hard-working lady. And I don't know I don't remember how much time. I mean, it's almost the opposite side of the world, so I figure her time is probably, it's probably 5 p.m. there or something close, or 6 p.m. Europe, it's late morning. Could be having some tea in Europe, London. But yeah, most of my American friends are asleep. sometimes. But he has mentioned, he's like, don't look for me on the weekends. I can't get on the weekends. I had a funny thought this morning. You know, I read a couple books recently. They're called God Winks. God Winks is the name. Or they're about, I don't know how many total books there are, maybe 5 or 6 in this series. And I'm not going to get all religion-y on you, but you know, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into that because that's always a touchy topic with people. But I, you know, obviously I do believe in God. So what I found interesting is what God winks are is like a lot of people will say, oh, isn't it a coincidence that this happened or that happened? And God winks sort of takes that idea and says, well, maybe it's, you know, instead of looking at it like it's a coincidence, maybe it's like God, like, you know, putting things together for you, and, you know, there's more meaning behind it than just a freaky kind of coincidence, which I do believe. I mean, I believe that. So anyway, what I was thinking of this morning was, you know, I've been driving this van for the bakery for 6 months, 7 months, something like that. Might be 6 or 7 months. It's been a while. And I've been live streaming for a few months out of that. But ever since I started driving this van, I'm like, you know, I ride through the country roads more than I ever have before. I mean, obviously I would commute out here to see people, but I wasn't doing it every day. And I like really gotten into cows. I always liked animals. I love animals. See my old videos from 10 years ago that were on here were all about my dogs. But I love animals. So I've been like, really, I don't know why, I just love these cows. The cows that we pass, and we'll go by them again, and it might even be light at the end of this video. The road, the last part of the ride back to the bakery goes through this, you know, 2 or 3 fields where there are these cows, and I think they're great, and I love the little baby cows, and I mean, it just makes me happy seeing these cows. I don't know why, I just like them. So that plus recently I've been like all about these. I had the hay bales that are on that one road where they've rolled them up. Now these are all the big round ones. So I didn't know the name of them. I figured out they're called round hay bales. I was calling them cylinders. I didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, so what I thought was interesting was last night, I'm like, oh, let me go see. You know, I think I had heard John on Driving Daily. I heard him say something about Susan, like, oh, you know, I was thinking about her, she's all right. Because there have been all these wildfires in Australia, and they were very close to where she lived. And so that was a concern of hers, I guess, last week or maybe the week before. It's been going on for a while. And they're not completely done yet, but they're kind of tampered down. So I jumped over there, and I mean, by coincidence, she was doing a live stream. She doesn't stream every day. I mean, she's not like on every day. So just by coincidence, as most people would think, it was a coincidence that there she is, right? So I'm like, oh wow, she's on. I think she had been on for like, a few minutes or something when I first looked at it. So anyway, but she's standing in a field with making hay bales, and I'm like, I've just spent the last week talking about hay bales, and it's just weird. I just think stuff like that is really kind of weird, in a good way. Weird in a good way. And then she walks over and she's showing us her cows, and I'm like, oh my god, could this video have been made for me? But anyway, I thought it was kind of cool. She's a very nice lady. I am going to put a link in the description in case you want to just check it out. She does other videos, but if you just look at... Now, it turned out to be a longer... She usually, if she live streams, she doesn't do it for like hours. She does it, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour, somewhere in there maybe. I think that's her normal time frame. But she was on for quite a while yesterday because the audience grew considerably. But yeah, it was kind of cool. But even if you just watch the first little part where she's like out in the field, this guy is like, I think his name is Paul. So she hired this guy to come and do and basically, I guess you can make pretty decent money off of hay bales because she was going to pay for his services by selling them. I mean, I think that's how she makes a good bit of her money. And then she's got cattle a little bit. I mean, I think she's, get by, but she's working really hard. Anyway, just thought that was kind of cool. So that's what I was thinking about while I was in the shower this morning. Although, I think the rattle will be less annoying when I have a microphone. Another reason why I need to get that going. Can't be dragging my feet on this. I want to do a video too about how I set up the Starlink. Because I think there are people out there that could really, I mean, it's not cheap. So, I will say that. But, it is a pretty cool thing. And, it's really easy. I mean, especially, I use the magnet attachment. I think there are some cars you really can't do that because they're made out of aluminum or something, plastic. I don't think it's plastic, but it's not a magnetic material. Fortunately, this van is. Fortunately, my car is. But it also has suction cups. You need to get it with suction cups. It just takes a little bit longer. With the suction cups, you take it on and off. Magnets are just strong enough. I mean, they're plenty strong enough, but they're strong enough that you can lift it off without, pulling a muscle. But I think I would like to do a video about that, and probably put some links in my description, because that is helpful. like I think the microphone I bought is fantastic. I really do. Like I haven't really tested it out, but aside from being a good recommendation from John at Driving Daily, I looked it up. You know, I mean, I checked out some reviews and all, and everybody. I mean, it sounds like it's fantastic microphone. So one day I will be using that. And audio is actually a very important aspect of video. It wouldn't be your first thought, like, you're going to make a video, so you want to make sure the quality of the video is good, but actually, it's actually the audio that will grab people better, more than the video, really. I mean, obviously the video can't be horrible. Our gas prices here in Maryland are definitely creeping up again. Like I'm seeing most stations here are now at the $3 point, maybe $3.05. Highs is over there at $3.05 right now. Give it a minute and see if they come. There they are. So I think you need to call. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right there. Stay there. I got some money. Okay, that's good. See, when I look at this, I feel like a little bit that way. Hold on. Don't mind my hand. I think Dave probably drove the van yesterday. And where this thing is, you can easily, I mean, if you're getting a little crazy in here, you can hit your head on it. All right. It's possible. I'll know, like if I see him this morning. Sometimes we cross paths. If I see him this morning and he has a big bruise on his head, I'll know what happened. No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad. I don't think it would break the skin. Can't do that. I can't jeopardize my opportunity here.
That says he did drive the van. I saw him yesterday.
Oh lordy, did he have a bruise on his head? No, I don't think you would really hit your head on this. Although I feel like I have, actually, myself, but I don't know. Janet, are you home or did you go to the beach?
Annette says I am at home. Annette says I will go to the beach on Thursday.
They're coming. They won't be there, right? They're coming back, I believe. Are they just down there for 2 days? Cross paths.
Annette says correct. They will be back tomorrow.
Oh, I almost, well, I didn't almost hit the deer, but I had another close encounter with a couple of deer yesterday. It was on my way back. I'm going to make a short video out of it since I'm building a whole collection of my encounters with deer. But, I mean, I slowed down. I would have hit the deer if I didn't slow down. But I saw the first deer cross. And then I'm like, you know, wherever there's one deer, there's another. And sure enough, this other deer comes out, walked right in front of me. And you know, on the camera, it doesn't really do it justice. The deer was really closer than it appears on the camera. I think in the video I said it was 6 feet away. It might have been 10 feet. Okay, it might have been 10 feet. But it was very close. So I got to put that clip together.
Annette says I'm on constantly alert with the deer.
I know, me too. Me too. And you had said to me the other day about, well, you know, think about it though. How many times have you hit a deer? And I'm like, yeah, never, right? Until recently. But So I was starting to think maybe I'm just overly sensitive. But then, after yesterday, I'm like, no, I don't think I'm overly sensitive. I think it's the time, you know, and the places. Like, I've never been driving through country roads at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning this much. And that's when, you know, that's nighttime is when it's going to happen. I guess people hit deer during the day, but I don't know why, because you can see them. It looked like What a Day had more dog bones today than they had yesterday. So I think I mentioned to Jennifer that they were getting low, but they had a few more there today, so they must have them somewhere in the back. You know, stock up.
Annette says I think they store in the back.
Yeah, I agree. I gotta find out where that is. Scope it out.
Annette says Gourmet Girls ordered more bones for Thursday.
Oh, wow. That's good. Keeping the dogs happy. Watching the deer. I haven't watched the deer recently. It's kind of amazing how YouTube kind of can very easily control what you see. Not control it, influence. It can very easily influence what you're seeing.
Annette says yes.
You know, I haven't watched that much recently.
Annette says watched yesterday. They are very calming.
Yeah, they are. It is kind of cool watching stuff like that. There's a guy, it's called Michael's Adventures something. I always lose the end of it. It's Michael's Adventures. But anyway, there's a guy that has a camera set up. It's a night cam because he's got raccoons. There's a raccoon that he feeds. It comes out like he's named it Emily. So it's Emily the raccoon. And I've watched that several times. She just, I think he throws peanuts out in the yard. But sometimes I've seen other raccoons there. Apparently some other animals show up every now and then. And I have seen, it's the night vision kind of thing. So it's black and white, and you see like if other animals are coming up. It's funny because if there's a noise in the background, sometimes Emily freaks out and runs back a little bit. I haven't seen her completely leave. I think she knows where the camera. No, I don't think she does. But she's cute. She's a cute little raccoon. I was looking at in YouTube, all of your video, all the information about your videos, like you can get lost in all the details. They have all kinds of analytics about who's watching it, where they're coming from, whether they're watching it on a PC or on a phone or on the TV. I mean, it breaks down everything you could possibly want to know. And where they're, countries, or even male, female, everything. It breaks it all down. And I don't spend a lot of time looking at that, but I looked at it the other day, and it will tell you, I think it's where the person has come from. Like, so they're saying, here's a video, or a video that somebody has on their channel where they recommended your video, like the videos are, I guess, that you see going down the side of the screen.
Lot 777 says you good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you? But it goes down the side, and if they've clicked on that, so in other words, they're watching a video and your video is shown as a recommendation and they click on it. So it told me like what videos they do that for. And it's some guy up in Rhode Island that he doesn't talk or anything. He just drives on the road and you're just watching the road, which is cool. Most of them are like a couple minutes long. But he has 22,000 videos on his channel. 22,000 videos. I'm like, oh my goodness. I started looking at them. I mean, they're all like a few minutes long. So he's just driving along in Rhode Island. I think he has a house, and he's a surgeon. And his wife is in medical. So they have a house in Arizona. She's from Germany. Like, I was reading this whole thing about his site, but it's so weird. He has like 1,000 subscribers, but I was just amazed that he has 22,000 videos in his collection. How do you even manage that? It's crazy. So yeah, Faith Pilot, he's got a good site. He does drone videos, and they're really cool. They're really cool. I have to say, I feel like I need to buy a drone. A good one, though. Like, whatever he's using, it does a good job. It's a very clear picture. Yesterday, I was watching the one where you, like, fly through the tractor. I don't know how you do that. I'm assuming you never crashed it through there. I hope not. But as we were coming closer to it, I'm like, oh my God. The flood. There was a flood in Ohio. I don't remember the name of the town. I guess that was earlier this year. I didn't look it up, but I was wondering if that was the same time. Is that like the same storm that flooded out that town in North Carolina. I was going to try to figure that out, but then I got...
Lot 777 says lol, the tractor belonged to a farmer who decided to go on break. While he was gone, I flew through it lol. He had no idea I did that.
And you didn't crash it? You didn't like have one... I figured if you did crash it, you could just not put that video out, but you just made it through a couple times, it looked like. I'm like, oh my God. I know, for some reason, like hay bales, there's some, I have some sort of connection to hay bales recently. I mean, first I see them during my ride here, because there's a farm along the way that's rolled them all up. I thought that was interesting. Then I see your video. That guy's working on hay bales. And then last night I'm in Australia watching a lady in her farm and she's doing hay bales. So there's something to do with hay bales. If something happens to me and it's hay bale related, I want everybody to remember this video and play it. Like if I'm killed in a tragic hay bale incident.
Lot 777 says it was a close call, I had to take it slow and steady. If I do crash, I most of the time it'll show it, I don't cut that out. I think crashing is the best part lol.
Yeah, that's true. Are they, do you have to worry about it crashing now? Like I would be, like, are they built in a way that that's like, it's okay for that to crash land? We're going to get another good sunrise. Look at this sky. I don't think we have any clouds though today. Clouds are usually necessary for the more dramatic ones. We're getting close to where I saw my deer yesterday. Somewhere along here. And I actually saw, I didn't have my high beams on because there was a car coming toward me. I saw the first deer because I sort of saw the shadow walk across the front of the headlights, like the headlights that were coming toward me. Right along here.
Lot 777 says most of the time if you hit something it will bend the propellers on the drone and they are easy to replace. The concrete road broke arm.
Ooh. But is that still repairable, or do you have to like I don't know how much a drone costs, but and how long does it fly? Like when you charge it up, are you able to fly for like 10 minutes? I would love to get a drone. beams and the blinker at the same time.
Lot 777 says I have the DJI Mini 3. It was around $600. I didn't have the money at the time, so I made monthly payments on it. You can buy multiple batteries. Each battery will last about 30 minutes. At Faithfulot 777 says depends how fast you're flying. It can go up to 40 miles per hour pretty fast.
Wow. $600. I mean, it takes a good picture. I mean, the videos are clear. And that's pretty good. 30 minutes, I like that. Right on my butt. Look at our shadow. This guy's. He's got his high beams on. His headlights look like he's angry. You know, like it's a headlight, but then it has a line above it that looks like an eyebrow in an angry position. I don't want a car that looks angry, you know what I mean?
Lot 777 says when I first started flying my videos were 1080p because I was new. After a while I figured out how to change the settings to the max, which is 4K.
Oh, so it is 4K. That's I like the one with the cat reactions too. I think my dog AJ would have a good time with the drone.
Lot 777 says my older videos are crap quality.
Yeah, I was just saying earlier. I was saying that I went back. One of my ideas is to take one section of this drive and like show a few, 10-15 seconds of summer. Whoa! Did you see that deer? That wasn't there on my way over, so that must have just happened. Did y'all see that? I don't think he was sleeping. Now I have that deer on my mind. What was I saying? Oh, so I want to take a section of the drive, just a short section, one in the summer, one in the fall, one in the winter, maybe the spring. I don't know, the spring maybe, but I don't know. And just put them together like, a sequence of them, just to show changes, I just thought that would look cool. But I went back and looked at my videos before I'm connected with Starlink. Before that I was using a cell phone connection. And the cell phone works fine in, suburban or, city areas. but when you get out in the rural area, the connection really isn't strong enough to do that consistently. And so yeah, I found the same thing. Like my earlier videos, I looked at one and it was like, oh my goodness, how did I even do this? And I still get a little bit of breakage, but now the only time the video kind of breaks up, I think, is when I don't have a clear, like I don't have a clear view of the sky for this guy, because it has to have a
Equalot 777 says you have to watch out for birds. They love to attack drones out of the sky.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Wow, so they actually fly toward them? I would have thought they'd be afraid of them. I think my dog would be afraid of them. I think AJ would probably be afraid.
Equalot 777 says yes, I hope I am able to stream in the woods around my area without having to get Starlink. It will be trial and error.
Yeah. Yeah, some places are fine. But you don't really know until you try it. Like, because it's fine for picking up a phone call. I remember the old days when your calls would drop. That doesn't really happen anymore. Or at least not anywhere near where I drive. But that was a very common thing way back when. Like, you'd be driving along and your cell phone would just drop. It was very convenient if you were in a conversation you really didn't want to be part of. You just do one of those, yeah, I got it, and then hang up. Not that I ever did that. Especially a work call. Like right in.
Cut out. But just depends where you're driving.
Yeah, do you ever watch Ride Along Gang? The guy's name is Ride Along Gang. What the site is.
Equalot 777 says, and there's a few truckers who get away with streaming without Starlink, but it just cuts out here and there. Not for long though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I got my idea from, or I got the idea of Starlink from Ride Along Gang. All right, folks, I have returned to the bakery. God, it does take just a... So I don't know, I'm going to play around with my microphone today. I don't know if I'm going to actually live stream. If I get it.
Equalot 777 says yes, I watch Freight Relocators, Big Rig Travels. As for Ride Along, I'll pop in here and there.
Very good, very good. Alright folks, I'm going to end the stream now. I might come back this afternoon if I'm testing my microphone. So if I'm on this afternoon, you'll see me pop in. But otherwise, tomorrow I'm back on the road at 5 o'clock, 5:15 normally. And then tomorrow's probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours, because I got 2 deliveries to make. Normally.
At Faithfulot 777 says, have a blessed day, brother.
Alright, thanks. You too, man. Janet, if you're still out there, have a good day. I will talk to you later. Everybody, take it easy. Have a good one.